Is this your last game? Not guaranteed. It is possibly my last game. It depends on how long it lasts. So, there's a Yasuo ban, your score leader, banning out against his own team. Bang, Suicide was the one you wanted to ban, but that's hilarious. David, lol, I'm kidding. Well, appreciate it. Love you. I love you too, bro. I love you too. Yeah, we try to stay on the clean side for the kiddies, so have fun casting. How did you... Fiora ban as well, not surprised. Garen, I was going to say it would be very interesting if Garen happened to make it through, but no, Garen banned out as well. But this gives, and a Riven ban. Okay, so we've seen way too many Rivens. She was on the winning team last time, but we've seen her every game tonight, so we finally get to see some different top laners and some different people. So, a Diana coming through. Playing some new people, Diana in the mid lane. So no more Yasuo in the mid lane. It's going to be a Diana. David, 980826. Welcome to the JKShoutcast shoutcasting team. Appreciate you dropping by. T-Bone, you made a Garen joke. I guarantee it. Yes, I try. Thank you for catching that. I would play it, but I have to eat pizza so I can play next game. Spectating this one instead, I guess. Yep. Nom away, bro. You got pizza. I got bagels. We're going to do it. No, it might be an Elise coming through. Elisa is also banned out quite often, so... It's not new. What's not new? I don't know what's not new. I'm so confused right now, but that's okay. Your score leader still flipping back and forth between champions, but no! Decides to go on to the Diana, guaranteeing that Diana for the mid lane more than likely. I played Diana last stream. Well, I meant new for tonight. New for tonight. We haven't seen Diana yet tonight. Not this. Can people who've played for too long not play for others? Who played for too long not play for others. No, what I was saying is that you can choose to play as many games as you want for now, but eventually, but it's nice to allow new people to have the opportunity to play, such as Evil David is new, and he has never had the opportunity to have a shoutcasted game before, so you want to give new people the opportunity to be shoutcasted. T-Bone the dog, streamed forever ago, was on my stream forever ago, but hasn't recently, because I just started streaming again, had the opportunity to play. So it's good for new people to have the chance. If the same 10 people played every single game, it would get boring pretty quickly. So instead, we were trying to change things up and give some other people the chance to play. Most of you guys have played about 2 games tonight. Some of you guys are on your 3rd game. So maybe if there is another game, think about backing off on that one, so that way you give somebody else a chance to be able to play. Generally, it's good to have a 2-game system. You play 2 games, you allow other people to play games. You play 2 games, you allow other people to play games. So I thank you for doing this, man. It's really something great. I haven't seen it before. I appreciate it a lot. I appreciate it. That's why some of us are spectating. Exactly. You gotta hang out. So yeah, it is T.I. Jeff's 4th games. He's played quite a lot. He definitely likes to most people enjoy playing a lot. But this is one of those things, though, is to keep in mind that eventually, sooner than later, depending on how much I stream and how big this stream does get, I will actually start recording how many people play, and that way make it fair for everyone to have the opportunity to be able to play games and keep it fair. So, because your responses are very spanned out this evening. Okay. Well, you are. When Bay texts, you gotta respond, guys. You can't do that. From the looks of this stream, it's gonna make it. Well, Kurzel, I appreciate that a lot. Maybe if I don't text my Bay all the time, then I won't worry about it. But I definitely try to keep everything looking cool and looking sleek. So if you have any suggestions, though, feel free to throw it. Feel free to throw it. So can we just set the limit to 3 games per night? Ekang, it is a good idea to do that. Yes, Renson. Yes, Renson. Throwing out the credit to the Urgod. Give Urgod the credit and your team will have a better chance of winning. It has happened before. It can happen again. I love it. All praise, raise your acid connect, hyperconnect position reversers. Yeah, El Chino Pereno joining the JKShoutcast shoutcasting team. Thank you for doing that. So, the general got picked by Nid. I'm going to suck this game now. No! David, don't say that. You can do well. You can do well. You can do it. Ekang, back to you. Yes. It is greedy for people to play too many games in a row. However, that being said, I can't control right now how many people play how many games. And with the stream being as small as it is, I don't mind people playing a few more games than 2 or 3. However, if it was my preference, I would set the limit at 2. You get 2 games, so if you lose 1 game, you get to come back in the next game and try something new, try something different, play a different champion. But 2 games is a pretty good limit, and then allow other people to play and try to change things up here. So two games is a pretty good limit. Don't worry, T.I., Jeff, you're new. That's fine. We forgive you. All good. As long as you're not raging and other people are angry. But that's totally fine. So we might have another Blitzcrank this game, which is crazy. But let me run through some of these picks real fast. Vang Suicide had his Yasuo banned out against him by his own team. So it says going to be on the Vayne in the bottom lane. A very strong champion. Got to be careful. Playing back on that Nidalee in the jungle. Going to be trying something different. Which now we have T.I. Jeff saying that he's going to be playing the Lee Sin. So Renson is going to be awesome. Picking up a Draven in the bottom lane. We saw Renson's Lee Sin power in the last game, making huge plays, so I'm very excited to see how he does against Vang Suicide rather than being on the same team. So, I'm going to try to sleep well. Kurzel, what is Kurzel going to pick? He's hovered over the Fizz, he's hovered over the Heimerdinger, so many options, so many things. However, it is an interesting choice here. I believe that as a top lane Leona by Atao against the Gangplank. Whew, brain just totally fried there for a second. Clumsy, welcome to the stream, Clumsy. I think you're new. I'm pretty positive you're new here, so welcome. Glad to have you join us. Ado playing the Leona. That's going to be like an AD Bruiser Leona in the top lane, potentially. Maybe an AP Bruiser. Doesn't have teleport, though. So that's going to put Dragons hugely in the advantage of Team Geometry because they have the opportunity for the teleport as well as he could just ult in and help out as well. But after all the different options have been chosen through, it's finally the Echo that Kurzel lands on. Going to be going against the Diana in the mid lane. So the nice thing about Echo is that he's really good at repositioning. And Diana has to be able to land. It doesn't have to, but it's really good for her to land that Q to be able to get that damage in. So why not do 1 game and rotate the next game, assuming there are 20 plus you can mix and match teams. I agree, El Chino, but I have yet to be able to actually control what people play, what people don't play. And for right now, there's too many people that would get bored too quickly if I tried to manhandle that. So when the stream gets back to the size that it was before, the last stream that I had before Twitch ate it, long story there, I had 600 people that were following me, and I had a ton of people. I had an average viewership of about 40 people. And with those 40 people, I could then kind of mix and match and do a little bit better. But as for right now, that is not the case. So with these last couple of seconds remaining, I don't even have time. We'll have to do it during the 3 minutes. But grabbing Pepsi, drink that Pepsi. Your score leader, taking the Diana for Team Legacy. Vang Suicide on the Vayne in the bottom lane AD carry. Taking the Nidalee in the jungle once again. Evil David 0826, welcome to the stream, taking the Blitzcrank in the bottom lane. And Ato with the Leona for the probably top lane, I'm going to say Bruiser, AD Bruiser. Over for Team Geometry, T.I. Jeff in the jungle as Lee Sin. Clumsy on the top lane Gangplank, going to be throwing out some cannonballs. T-Bone the Dog, taking the Janna support in the bottom lane. Supporting Renson on the Draven in the bottom lane. AD carry role. And Kurzel with the Echo in the mid lane. So what I might do after this, and so many of you guys are asking me, is I might do 1 more, but make a statement of if you have played more than 2 games, you cannot play in the next one. Which that would exclude Renson, that would exclude Ato, that would exclude that would exclude Vang Suicide, that would exclude T.I. Jeff. So there'd be a lot of people, a lot of new people in this next game. But, David, I will tell all my friends about this channel. Thank you very much. You should get all of your friends into the next game. So, I could give you invite powers if you wanted. So what I might do is I might shoutcast 1 more, but make a blanket statement of if you've played 2 games already tonight, go ahead and step aside and let somebody else play a game. We'll see. We'll see how long this game lasts. If it lasts for like 3 hours, then I definitely can't do that. But hopefully it won't last 3 hours. Teams. Let's talk about these lineups because these are crazy. A Diana, Vayne, Leona combo. Pain, 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 pain. Talk about setting things up. Diana jumps in, pulls the entire team towards her, instantly followed by a Leona ultimate, locks everyone in position. Nidalee jumps in, swiping with Tiger Stance. Damage for everyone, but that's a lot of wombo combo. That being said, they're also pretty good at picks. Rending WPVP, thank you for following and appreciate it. Good luck in the lane. Thank you for the follow, joining the JKShoutcasting team. we're going to have an awesome game this time. So, Renson, that's awesome. You're so cool. Draven. Anyway, they're good at picking people off. The Condemn from Vayne, the Jump from Nidalee, they're going to do a good job. Maybe. But Team Geometry, however, has a ton of pain. Echo, Draven, even the Lee Sin, the Q from Gangplank, they're going to crush. The key is that Legacy has to live long enough to be able to make it towards that mid to late game where their damage is actually going to mean something. Geometry needs to crush early. They need to be making those plays. They want to also get the Legacy on a back foot. They want their Draven to get fed early. They want their Echo to get fed early. Because when you get those champions fed early, then the game slides smoothly towards the mid and late game. If your Draven dies several times early game, you're going to have a very hard time coming back late game. So, Kurzel is Kurzel. No way! That's crazy. I didn't think you were Kurzel. Thank you for blowing my mind. Literally explosions like a Jinx super mega death rocket just went through my brain. Just crazy. So, I'm going to finish off this bagel because this has been like sitting here this whole evening long. But yay, bagels! Praise the bagel. No, praise Urgot. That's the key there. It would probably be helpful to eat your bagel before your bagel gets stale and very hard to chew. But, Lunar Goddess Diana, Headhunter Nidalee, Boss Battle, Blitzcrank, oh my gosh, it's so cool. Frost Queen Janna, Soul Reaver Draven, love all of it. This is so cool. Academy Echo. You don't see Echo too often, and Academy Echo is even more of a treat. So thank you for picking those cool skins. And there's that Auto Lee Sin skin. You don't see him too often, but here he is coming through once again. Look at those pecs, baby. Look at those pecs. That's all you need. That there, though, is the face of death. You're just waiting for his kick just to grab your jaw and throw it to the side and finish you off. I got a thing on my nail. So, predictions here really fast. Because of the Urgot praise, I might have to give it over to Red Team, Team Geometry. But that being said, both teams have some really strong players. Renson, T.I. Jeff, Bang Suicide, your score leader. These guys are good, and they know what they're doing, and they're going to come through again. So I'm very excited to see how it happens in this particular game as I finish my bagel, because I really need to stop talking and just eat my bagel. Eat my bagel! I have been talking for about 4 hours straight right now. My throat's doing pretty good, so I'm pretty happy about that. I need to pause this music. Okay. One more second. Just in time for the loading in. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, on our fourth game of the night. Yeah, fourth game of the night. As we play quite a few games tonight. Gangplank doing a little bit of a spam dance before he leaves that base. We are, I think it says already at the 10-minute mark. That's crazy. 10 minutes and 32 seconds is where it's paused at. Something like that. I don't know if it's going to change or not. It should change. I don't think the game only lasted 10 minutes and 32 seconds. Because we're only 3 minutes behind, so that's not even plausible. That literally is not even plausible. Unless it's counting the loading time. It might have counted loading time. It's very hard to say. So, anyway, into the game we go. Is a Leona top. Looks like she's going to go AD carry. She's got that Doran's Blade, making sure she has that damage, a little bit of lifesteal as well. Gangplank deciding to start that Crystalline Flask start. Going to be healing himself up a whole bunch. Janna doing a little bit of dance in the bottom lane. It looks like Gangplank is going to be starting, or going to be helping Lee Sin, start on the... I always forget what they are called. I'm going to click on them and remember. Somebody mentioned, I think it was, not Dai, but somebody else mentioned what they were named last time. And, is this a Nidalee support? No, it's a Nidalee jungle. Okay, I was very confused for a second because I was like, is she snaring and then walking to the lane? But no, she's just making sure she gets as much damage on those monsters as possible. I want to say grunts, but they're not grunts. I'm freaking about that. Whoever is spamming needs to stop. I don't know who's doing the spam, who's doing the auto spam, but you really need to chill out on that. There's no reason for the spam. No reason for oh my, I wonder how many of these things Nerly's going to put down. I'm kind of excited to see this now. Looks like Blitzcrank is also getting positioned to go ahead and throw a Q down and grab some extra damage on that. Just do as much damage as possible. There goes Cat Form jumping in. The Krugs! I literally just thought of it as she clicked on them, or as I clicked on them. But the Krugs are where they're going to be starting. So they're going to be on opposite sides of the map when they do finish their jungle. But in the mid lane, Echo getting a little bit of damage onto your score leader. However, taking a bit back himself. So looks like your score leader came out a little on the advantage of that first initial poking away. Echo has such an interesting walking around. Every time that he stops, he kind of pauses before then continuing to run. So getting in that extra damage from that Q. Little all that poke as much as possible. Draven in the bottom lane starting up his farming spree. We're going to see where the farm goes for these champions, because farming does mean a lot more than simple kills. However, kills definitely help you get ahead of your opponent. I think the key factor here is that kills... Ooh, Lee Sin almost dead at the red buff. Echo going in, getting a lot of damage on your score leader. The Ignite is down. Can he finish her off? It is ticking away. I don't think she has a health potion. There she goes, finally using a health potion. Should be able to live. The Ignite does not have quite that much damage in the beginning, so I don't know if you can see chat. I'm sorry for spamming. Thank you, your score leader. Yeah, there's no real reason for the spam, but I appreciate your apology. Kurzel low health as well. He wants to dodge in. The score leader dodging that Q. Gets the shield. Can she get in on the Ignite? Flashes in. There's the Ignite. Wants to make sure he finishes that off. One last auto attack. First blood going over to your score leader for Team not Bay Life. This is a new game today. This is game Legacy. Team Legacy. Team on the dog getting pulled, and the Janna is on the run. Can't she get out of that one? Silver bolts procced onto her. She's taking a lot of damage. Blinking red. Gonna have to back off of that bottom lane. Didn't have the shield down ready. I like how Clumsy going ahead and putting these barrels up in position, defensive positions against the minion wave that's slowly pushing in as Ato continues to berate him over and over. That EQ combo just really strong and stays really high up. Oh, there she goes in underneath the tower. Taking a little bit of a tower shot as Clumsy struggling to farm in this top lane. That top lane Leona, new and different, and I love it. Still has mana, which I'm surprised about, because usually Leona suffers pretty heavily on the mana, but must have the runes of masteries for it, so it's going to be an awesome time. Bang Suicide in that bottom lane, just farming up, 18 farm to 18 farm. However, the wave is slight advantage for Vang Suicide, so Renson taking farming as much as possible. Echo is a little bit at an advantage. Sorry, I got another text there, so I think this is spam on the chat, so I'm actually going to go ahead and ban this spam. Yeah, spam deleted. We don't want we don't want no spam. In the top lane, Clumsy getting a little bit of damage onto Ato. He's moving in. He's still chasing in. However, he is very low health. Leona, as the Ignite, the flash has been used by Gangplank. He's got a potion going. Not going to be able to be enough and going to be taken out. In the mid lane, Echo moving in under your score leader. Going to get pulled in. Like a little more damage than he wants. Can he get the stun down? No! Diana walks out just in time. And so while he does get the shield, is unable to... No, I don't want to permit this user. I want to ban this user. How do you ban? There we go. Ooh, bam. That's what I was looking for. So, 2 kills so far over Team Legacy. They are having a happy game. 1 on the Leona in the top lane, 1 on the Diana in the mid lane. Bottom lane, our AD carries are about even on farm. Kurzel, very low health. Diana wants in. This doesn't have the ultimate, though. There's a spear. Gonna do a little bit of damage. I think Kurzel did actually dodge that one, so he's gonna be fine. There's a speed in from Blitzcrank. Not gonna land that Q. Draven says, get out of here. I've got damage for days. I am just fine. I'm kind of impressed by these 80 carries and all of their farm in that bottom lane. They are very even farm. Team on the dog get a little bit of slow on Vang Suicide just to get a little bit of extra damage. Whatever damage you can put, especially because for a Blitzcrank, there's no defensiveness onto a Vayne, so she's going to have to deal with all of it herself. This Blitzcrank didn't even take a Relic Shield. Instead decided to go with the coins to get that extra movement speed boost once you finish it into the... oh my goodness, I know it, something of the Ancients. But anyway, so the Blitzcrank definitely cannot, literally other than a speed boost, save the Vayne. However, it does have the CC, and that's the power of the Blitzcrank that you want. Good wards there. The Trinket ward in the bush, making sure they can see that Blitzcrank. It is down now. We'll see if either one member of Red Team Geometry is going to put a Trinket ward down in there instead. Coming to that top lane, looking for a get jump. The Leona just going to take out those barrels before moving in. There's the ultimate onto Clumsy. He's going to go down again. Nothing going to stop that. Leona picking up that one. But in the mid lane, Lee Sin here to hang out with your score leaders. That's Echo. Very low health. The Ignite is on Diana. She might still go down. The flash from Lee Sin forced away. Gonna Q in. Gonna hit her. But no! Diana falls immediately afterwards and finishes him off. Double kill for the Diana. Now 3-0. And in the top lane, this Leona, I'm rather impressed that she was able to walk up to both barrels and just shoot, or to destroy both barrels. In the meantime, that's going to be Janna trying to throw a tornado. It's going to knock up Vayne. The Blitzcrank, though, or sorry, the Blitzcrank, yeah, is doing work. Draven taking a lot of damage on the run. He's got so many axes flying. Can he finish off Vayne? Suicide. He's one more rush. He gets it. Renzi gets the kill. Turns it around. Chasing onto Evil David now. Janna has not been touched. There's another great tornado. Draven decides instead to heal up off of the minions. Doesn't want to chase and accidentally get hooked underneath the tower. So a safe move from Renson on that one. But the plays are huge. Beautiful positioning by him on grabbing every single one of the axes as he left. That was just an incredible play in the bottom lane. So Renson coming out major, the first action in that bottom lane. That's 10 farm over and a kill. Happy to back. Nope, he's going to grab at least a little bit more farm. Doesn't quite have the farm that he wants before backing. Only at almost 2,500 gold. So he needs a little bit more gold before he backs. Blitzcrank safe underneath his tower. It was just hanging around for the experience and maybe the extra gold off of the Talisman of Ascension. That's what it's called. T.I. Jeff in the enemy team's jungle. There's the ping from Ung. That spear not going to land. He might be on. No, it did land. Oh my goodness, it did land. He's waiting for the Nidalee to come close enough for him to jump on, but nope, decides he's hung around too long. Diana's headed towards the jungle as well. She's going to see that pink ward, Ung, and going to go ahead and clear it, switching into that human form, throwing those spears. Lee Sin still hanging around. Going to see Diana coming up, throws down the ward. He lands a little bit of a damage onto Diana, but on the run, can he get out of this one? No, he cannot get to his own ward in time to safeguard to it, and your score leader picks up another kill. Echo, too afraid of this huge Diana to follow. So as good as Kurzel is, he's definitely having his fight cut out for him in that mid lane. 37 farm, he is up in farm, however is way down in kills as he has had 2 deaths instead. Diana having a pretty nice game. Rod of Ages already finished for her. In the top lane, it looks like Diana just building a bunch of random stuff that makes her a little bit stronger, has a little bit of lifesteal, so definitely going the AD route. Has a pickaxe as well. Might be building a Trinity Force. Vang Suicide, knocked to the side. Is it going to be enough? Janna moving in here as well, gives her that speed boost, and that's going to be Echo jumping in, grabbing a little bit of shield. Your score leader, though, he just ults back to himself simply for the safety, but Diana gets the proc on her Q, and the flash in from Echo, but no, she falls underneath the tower. Is she going to be able to get that? We can't see. Echo does look like he's running away, and is going to live on that one. Clumsy on the top lane. There's the ultimate from her, and no, the damage is too much, and Leona takes him out before he gets back. His barrel's slowly exploding one by one. Not even exploding, but really just going down as it gets closer to the tower. So definitely having a hard time. Evil David in the bottom lane, not going to find the opportunity to land a hook just yet. So both teams having a bit of a time. However, definitely so far coming out in the advantage for Team Legacy on all the lanes except for the bottom lane, in which this Draven is slowly continuing to just get stronger and stronger. And I do believe Draven scales a little bit better towards the late game than Vayne does. However, that being said, the Diana should be able to crush the Draven pretty well if she can get that initial Q proc in. It's going to be up to Draven's toe-dancing, side-stepping skills of doom to be able to stop the Diana from getting that. Leona as well, going to be able to just walk into the enemy team and deal some serious damage. So I'm liking this Leona pick for the top lane. I didn't realize quite how painful it could be. Has finished a Tiamat as well. What an interesting, different build for this game on this Leona. But she's doing just fine. 3-0, especially against a Gangplank. Up about 20 farm. Is Draven going to move and get some access? However, Nidalee just around the corner. Renson on the run. The pull going to land onto Janna. However, Great Tornado is going to knock both back. The ultimate going to continue. There's the heal from Janna, keeping Renson alive on the Draven. What a huge play. And Lee Sin coming in. There's the flash, but not going to be enough. And now Vanguard, or Vang Suicide, might be going out here. Tries to turn it on to Draven. Still going to go down. T.I. Jeff wants to throw a kick just out of shot. Safeguards to a minion. Kicks Ung back to the team. And Draven picks up the kill. And T.I. Jeff lives. Huge turnaround plays for Team Geometry left and right. We're going to back that up and watch that again because it's so awesome. We're going to actually have to double back here. Whoop, back up twice. Nope, 3 times. Okay, we're going to set this up and play it a little bit in slow motion simply because of the awesomeness. We're going to have normal play. Okay, So Draven starts to go in. Renson realizes there's a good opportunity to push some damage to this side. However, Vayne immediately ults in, going to deal some serious damage to Renson. Nidalee leaping in, does not have his spear, had the spear on Janna. Instead, did not put it on the Draven, but just going to get a little bit of damage. Janna goes ahead and shield. There's the pull from Blitzcrank, but the tornado from Janna is going to knock up all three members, or two members, Janna, Nidalee being the only one not going to hit. The Gangplank ultimate slowing all three members as they try to move in. The tumble from Vayne as she is focused on the Janna, not the Draven. Draven's so low health, but there's that Janna ultimate pushing Vayne out of range from shooting her, as well as Ung now realizing taking a ton of damage from those axes from Renson. And look at the beauty of those axes. He's right back in to pick up that flying axe, dodges that spear. T.I. Jeff shows up in the middle of this fight. Vayne Suicide now realizing that T.I. Jeff is here on the run, but he's going to be able to jump in, and that's the finish off of that red buff. I'm going to finish him off. T-Dog the Bone moving in, damage as well. And just a final awesome and finish from the red team. Team Geometry grants them a beautiful 3 kills in that bottom lane. So Draven, very happy now, sitting on another 1,500 gold. Lee Sin as well, glad to help out his buddies. In the top lane, Gangplank himself picked up a couple of assists as well. Now, not only 3-0-0, or 3-0-3-0, he's 0-3-2, so he's got a little bit of gold as well to back with. So there's that tornado not going to land on your score leader. Renson on the run, didn't even land the Q. The shield is up. Is it going to be enough? He does so much damage to your score leader. They're turning it around. The exhaust is down. The ignite, not enough. Your score leader on the run, throws out a Q, not going to land on anyone other than T-Bone the Dog. That's not the one. The tornado is down. The ward is down. They see your score leader. Draven wants to throw an axe in. Can he get one axe in? Not before Blitzcrank shows up. Blitzcrank wants to land a hook. There's the sidestep. He's going to be knocked to the side and not going to be able to jump in on this one. Leona underneath the tower. Clumsy getting a little bit of damage. Throws down a barrel. Is it going to be enough? Leona wants to stop it. It's so weird to say Leona in this top lane. But Gangplank just going to throw out a little extra damage with those Q. Trying to farm as best he can underneath this tower. Not a bad farmer underneath tower, but definitely going to have his work cut out for him. Stun not quite going to land. Echo getting a little bit of damage onto minions. Nidalee is here, though. He's not afraid of Nidalee. He's afraid of Diana, so he's going to go in. A little bit of damage. Nidalee's going to turn right back around. He ults in on himself, does a ton of damage. Not going to be quite enough. The Nidalee's going to flash and jump in, and that's going to be enough to take down the Echo. Ung picking up another kill in this game by another. I just mean one, because that was Ung's first kill of the game as the jungle. Nidalee did have an assist before, but Evil Doer now, David, sorry, looking for T.I. Jeff. He's trying to sidestep, lands the kick, but gonna get that one. No, does not dodge the spear, or does dodge the spear, flashes over the wall. Not quite to safety as Diana is chasing around it, but she is gonna back off of that one. In the bottom lane, the Diana shield on the turret, just keep making sure that it stays alive. Ado in the top lane. Is Clumsy going to be able to get this one? Again, the damage is just so real on this Leona. The ultimate, he's just going to flash away from the ultimate, but he's kept so far away from his farm. He cannot get in and get that farm, which is what he wants. Lee Sin hanging around just off to the side. Gangplank needs to just leave his lane. The Gangplank and Echo should just trade up. That's what I'm thinking. There's going to be a nice slow one to Vang Suicide. One more axe might be able to finish it off. No, the ultimate as she flashes. Vang Suicide on the run. Janet's going to get a little bit of a slow. Not quite enough. Evil David now on the run. There's the Janet ultimate just to pause him. He's going to grab the Draven. Knowing it's going to be his doom, but at least get a little bit of damage on him. Diana moving in. Echo on the run. But Diana got the reset on her ultimate, so he's able to get that one. Turret shots on T.I. Jeff on Lee Sin on the run. Janet Tornado. The pressure is real on this bottom turret. The mid lane, Diana is happily to continue to push, but the assist pings there from Blue Team Legacy. They want to be able to defend this turret as much as possible. Renson just... Okay, I gotta back up and watch that again. What happened there? Oh, I didn't back up far enough. Okay, there we go. So Vang Suicide, very low health. Draven just walks in and Qs her one, or auto-attacks her one time with a flying axe. His damage is real. Infinity Edge finished. I don't know if how he knew that was going to be a crit or not, but he did, and definitely was able to take her out just with a throw. And that's going to be the bottom lane turret, more than likely going down as Clumsy continues to farm underneath this tower in that top lane. Does have his ultimate backup if he needs it. T.I. Jeff wants to go in on this Q. He's going to fly all the way in, get some damage. Does not have the kick, and that's the mid tower going down. But it's a turret traded. Mid tower for bottom tower. These two teams still going back at... Oh, he's going to Q in, is he? Oh, it's so hard to tell what T.I. Jeff is going to do. And he does go down. He put the pink ward down, but I think... It was a weird choice to put the pink ward down. And instead he turned it around, and Nidalee actually got the kill off on him. Lee Sin, not enough energy. No energy. So, overplayed himself. Thought that he had the chance. That's going to be Leona jumping underneath the tower. The stun is on to Gangplank, but he just cleans it with some oranges. However, Ignite ticking away. He's going to have to back off once again from that top turret. Does not want to give kills over to this Leona. However, being so far down, he has done an excellent job of staying alive in that top lane in the last couple of minutes, especially having given 3 kills over to the Leona. So while she definitely was strong early, that damage initially is starting to fall off, or he's just playing a lot safer. So good for him, as Leona is going to back with a nice 1,700 gold in her wallet. 11 kills to 6. But you can look at the gold difference. There is no gold difference between these two. So the kills are very, very different, and it looks like the game is hugely in the hands of Team Legacy, but it is not. The gold difference does not say so, and it is all because of this 4-0 Draven. Now with his Zeal as well, he's got tons of attack speed. He's going to be happy. Diana right around the corner. There's Ping, and to be careful. Make sure they keep an eye on her. She's looking for the blue buff, maybe from red team. Lee Sin's going to catch up with her. There's the ping from Diana for assistance. Lee Sin may be going down here in just a second. There's Diana going to find him. Ton of damage. However, will he be able to get out of this one? He just stops. Lee, what you got going on? He may have been so focused on the bottom lane that he wasn't paying attention, and when he got moved, he didn't realize that he stopped moving and died. That's why you gotta pay attention. It's almost better in certain games like this to lock your character. The great stun there onto Evil David. The damage is massive. Draven should be able to pick it up here. No, Cursal picks it up, so turning around and kill for them. Banshee's Veil finished by Gangplank. He goes ahead and ults himself, trying to keep himself alive. Oranges to get underneath the tower. The tower's focused on Leona. He tries to get some damage onto Ung, puts a barrel down. Not going to be enough in the bottom lane. Tornadoes there. Brenson destroying, finishes off the Vayne, turning it in. One more axe sidestep, double kill onto the Diana. That's going to be Leona walking away from the top one. Beats the coffee. I was lagging. Okay, lag does happen, T.I. Jeff, you are forgiven. However, again, the golden advantage is now had by Geometry. They are taking the advantage by this Draven. 6-0. Huge plays left and right. It is going to be a showdown between this Diana Leona versus Draven. Who's going to come out into the lead? Dragon picked up by red team. Cursal taking damage from the spear. Nidalee wants in on this, but Draven is here to turn the damage around. Ung on the run. One more axe might be able to finish her off. Lee Sin has to get some vision. There's the heal from Leona, or from Nidalee as well. She's on the run. Can she hop back? She kills the Echo, but not before Draven, or just before Draven takes her down. Renson gets it finished. So great turn by Nidalee. Looks like she's trying to wait until a flash is available to jump over the wolves, and then the last second in that cat form leaps right over Lee Sin to get the damage onto Echo and finish him off. Doesn't go out without at least a little bit of damage. There's a speed in from Renson. Can he get these axes down? Gets condemned backwards. Is it going to be enough? Lee Sin does not. Whew. So close. These skill shots are within pixels of each other. T.I. Jeff and Vang Suicide going back and forth. There's the skill. Oh, he jumps in, gets a little bit of damage onto Vang Suicide, but there's Diana turning onto Renson. Renson, can you get the damage down? Trying to sit closest to axes. He's got the heal. One more axe to finish him off. Vang Suicide finishes off. Okay, I'm backing this up because that's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Can I zoom out anymore? Okay, we're just going to hold the screen over here. So, the T.I. Jeffkins getting knocked up. Renson, however, watch this outplay. That is a full health Your Score leader against Renson with double buffs. He's got the red buff slowing down Your Score leader. Doesn't go back for that axe. Instead, just turns, uses heal to get away, and then turns and gets the auto attack just before she gets the auto attack and finishes that. However, Vang Suicide does have the advantage of having killed the Lee Sin as well, and Evil David looking for the opportunity to hook in onto the Draven, but he's going to turn right back around, dodge the Q. Look at that one axe. Oh my goodness, the damage is real. Finishes off one. There's the heal. Leona coming in. She gets the stun onto Renson, and that's what I'm talking about with Ato, is that stun lasts forever. T-Bone the dog now just turning around to walk the other way, says there's no reason to fight this. I can't get out of that one. And the game is going back in the hands of Legacy, but not by much. This Draven, first time he went down, 9-1, was almost legendary before being taken down, and that was after fighting 3 different people. So huge plays coming out here from both teams. Ung just going to be clearing some of these mid lanes. Ado, though, 4-0, has not been finished off just yet, and looking to keep that up as much as possible. Now building a giant spell to add some health to all of the damage he already has. There's the ultimate from Gangplank, going to be slowly clearing these minions. Is it going to be fast enough? It is not. Vang Suicide is going to take a good chunk of help, though, but the tower does still go down. Cursal, pausing for a moment, just saying, hey, Ado, what's up? Oh, just barely dodges that E. from the Zenith Blade from Ado, but 3 members are going to find her. Can Ado get out of this one? Does not look like he will. And Kurzel now getting jumped on by 3 members of blue team. Ti Jeff on the run, safeguarding to Lee Sin, or safeguarding to Gangplank. Ung on the chase through the jungle. Can they get the damage down? And that's going to be your score leader picking up the kill on Lee Sin. Ung not done yet. On to Clumsy. There's a spear turning into cat form, leaping in. The flash immediately after Clumsy underneath the tower gets her away. Your score leader chasing in now, but T1 the dog shields keep her alive. That's a great tornado. Your score leader still low health. Draven on the bottom side of the map, not there to help out. Janna now recalling underneath the tower in the bottom lane. Bang, suicide gone! That's it! Renson picks up another kill. Huge plays from Renson over and over. Doesn't care about the tower, doesn't care about the damage. Look at his destruction. He doesn't even care. 10-1, and he's happy to pick off as many people as it takes to finish the game off. Here comes your score leader, though. He's going to try to get out from underneath the tower. He pushes her to the side. He gets the tower before going down. He didn't even worry about her. He just wanted the tower, and so he takes the tower because Draven does what Draven pleases. He might go down again, but the tower is going to come with him. So huge plays here in that bottom lane. Renson just over and over again. That Lee Sin, though. Lee Sin's got some plays. He's got some plays. He is 3-6, not his best game. There's a spear onto Kurzel. Are they going to dodge it back and forth? He's very low health. No, he's chasing in onto Ung. Ung's on the run. Exhaust is down. Can this cat get out of there? There's the speed boost from Janna. They decide to back off from that one as your score leader comes in from the side. Gangplank here with the Banshee's Veil, looking to group up. I like this choice by red team. They want to group together. They know the power of Diana is super strong when picking people off once and left and right, and so instead they're going to group together, have that powerhouse. I like also the barrel choice by Gangplank to slowly be building up those stacks of barrels so he can hit the last one, and it just chains all those barrels together and they all explode, dealing a ton of damage. However, they're very easy to destroy, so you have to be careful, especially against a ranged team such as the Nidalee or the Diana. Well, Diana is melee, but she has some ranged abilities. Vayne in that bottom lane, there's the boom, boom, boom. In the top lane, Ada was pushing that tower. Looks like she is going to be backing off. He's going to be backing off from that tower. Echo at the base, healing up, trying to figure out what to buy. Ung in the jungle, getting that blue buff, wants to make sure as much mana and cooldowns as possible. Shiverlol, welcome! I don't think I've seen you before. So welcome to the League of Streaming and Shoutcasting. You're definitely new. I didn't even register that. I saw your comment earlier. I even commented on your comment. But I didn't recognize that you were a new person. So Ung taking a ton of damage. That was 1 axe and 1 stand aside by Draven, and just did a ton of damage. Lee Sin very nicely dodging that spear. Echo hanging out as well. So 3 members of red team in the mid lane at the moment. They did get their first dragon. Dragon's up in another minute, but no, they're going to go in on Ung. Ung, so much damage, but Leona immediately jumping in. Draven's not down just yet, but he's taking a ton of damage. Your score leader now trying, the exhaust is onto him, and now Ti Jeff, is he going to be able to get out of this one? Pulled right back in, even with the ultimates from Gangplank. He doesn't do enough damage. He's had to build so much tank, he hasn't been able to build any damage, and so that is only 1, the Nidalee, going down in replacement of 4, so huge gold advantage right back into Legacy's hands. They are definitely happy about that one. And am I still getting text messages? No, I'm not. Okay. I thought I saw the blinking of text messages. Vang suicide in the bottom lane. During that entire time, simply farming. 118 farm, though Draven is still ahead by 30, so still happy. Clumsy finally made it to the mid lane before T-Bone the dog decided to back. I guess it wasn't 4, it was 3 kills. It's just, forgive me on that one, it was 3 kills, I think. I might be wrong on that. But, Ekang, can I join the next game? I don't... How many games have you played tonight, Ekang? The rule of thumb is if I shoutcast another game, only those who have not played 2 games can play. So if you've played 2 games, then you can't play in the next one. If I shoutcast another. But looks like this dragon will go over into the hands of blue team. Their damage is just too much, especially on that Diana. 11-2. She knows when to engage. She knows when to back off. T-Bone the dog might be caught out here. The Diana is just huge. There's the shield. Stand aside onto evildoers. However, he's going to go down with the Draven. Oh, T-Bone the dog trying to dodge the spear. Uses the ultimate just to push people to the side, but does back off there in the end. Ado going down the top lane is the Lee Sin, Echo, and Gangplank combo. Way too strong. Lee Sin has the CC, and the rest of them have the damage, but that is just in trade of the 2 in the bottom lane, so it's a 2-for-1, and now they should be able to get this turret as well, as that Vayne has plenty of damage to spare with the Blade of the Ruined King finished, and Diana also crushing turrets left and right. But Dragon for each team, somebody's got to come down and defend this turret, or else blue team Legacy's going to keep walking over things. Doesn't look like they're going to get here in time to defend this tower. And that tower, no, turning on to Kurzel. He's going to immediately ult to safety, but that tower is going to go down. And now they're looking at the inhibitor as well. Legacy just continuing this streak one turret after another. Now they finally might start to back off after this next inhibitor. And so Lee Sin, in the meantime, though, turns it around, heads towards the mid lane. T.I. Jeff makes sure that something is gotten out of this and grabs one turret. Ado headed towards the mid lane, but Lee Sin going to get at least a little bit more damage onto it. In the bottom lane, Renson finally back up here to defend once again. Did go down to that Vayne, though it was a really impressive game on the last one. Ado now moving in. Lee Sin just going to jump right over the wall to the Raptors, and the Carrion Raptors, I believe they're called. Nope, he sees, because he smited the Raptors, he sees the ward, and is just going to grab that little extra gold before he backs off of that one. Might find himself in Nidalee, though, coming around the sidelines, but the rest of his team, Echo and them, are there to defend as well. So can they get this? Ung, ton of damage. Draven just dealing massive amounts of damage. She gets the spear. Is she going to get out in time? Ung on the run now. Has the boost from the jungle bushes. Oh, Lee Sin not going to land that Q. Karzel in the front needs to be safe. There's going to be a Gangplank who's trying to get tanky, but he's not going to be just tanky enough yet. Your score leader, Lee Sin, getting a great kick. He's going to jump all the way into the enemy team. Is he going to survive? It does not look like that he is, but he initiates the fight that the rest of the team is going to try to capitalize on. Ado, solo health, going to go down. Diana jumping in onto Gangplank. Not the one that you want. This Draven is still untouched. His axes are flying left and right, but they're not going to have the catch in now. Echo jumping back to his old self, and that's going to be a lot of damage, but no, Vayne on the run now. Left and right, she's taking down two members. Draven finishes off the Nidalee. He's so low health, but he finishes off Leona before she can get the stun, and now Vayne's suicide. He's going to take her out as well, and that's going to be a 3 for 3 so far, as the two members, Janna and Draven, headed towards the mid lane. Blitzcrank is still alive, and Diana just around the corner. Renson underneath the tower needs to be careful. Diana's right there, and he does not get the last auto attack that he needs, and then Janna probably going to go down as well. A great ultimate to push Diana out of the way. The speed boost from Blitzcrank is going to be enough, though. He cannot get in range to throw a Q. No, he's speed boosting himself. She's throwing out one tornado. Can she throw out another? She's weaving back and forth trying to dodge, and she does. Evil David not able to land the hook, and so she's going to be able to escape. So, believing possibly that Diana was dead, or at least had fully recalled, Draven got a little cocky and went underneath that tower before being taken down. So, A-Kang, the second game was not a rematch. The second game was simply a second game because there was no way to guarantee all of the players from the first game were going to make it into the second game. At this point in time, I can't do rematches. I can open the games for people to join, but I can't do rematches. So if you have only played in one, because you played in the first, I know you played in the first 2 games. I don't know if you played in the third game or not. But I'm tempted to say, even with the troll, I don't know. We'll see. If we're missing people, if we need people to play in the next game, then I will let you play. But trolls sometimes happen. That's part of League of Legends, and part of being a better League of Legends player than other people is by handling the trolls and dealing with it. And so these custom games are an opportunity to learn how to do that. This team, Geometry, is down 10 kills, and yet they are almost matched in gold. That is huge. They have taken a game that they are losing and slowly turned it into a game that they are even with. And that is how you do it. Even with trolls, even with feeders, even with those kinds of things, which are all terrible things, and nobody should have to deal with that. That happens. That's called League of Legends. A great safeguard there from T.I. Jeff. He just keeps taunting taunt, and he keeps dodging these Nidalee spears. They want to engage. That's going to be Ado going underneath. He's going to be pulled by Blitzcrank. The rest of the team backing off, but Draven has tons of damage. Kurzl picks up the kill on Ado. Ung on the run. Draven has yet to... Oh, he did use his ultimate. I'm sorry. Clumsy chasing in. But no, Vank's suicide not there. Is getting this inhibitor in the bottom lane. The team is collapsing. There's the pings from blue team saying, get out, Vayne. But no, she wants this inhibitor. She's going to get the inhibitor. At least that's the thought. There's the stand aside, and she does not get the inhibitor just before the inhibitor goes down. Only a couple more shots and she would have had it. But Renson picks up the kill with the help of the damage from Janna with a great shield as well. That shield from Janna gives you extra damage, but they're going to turn it around. Blue team, excellent job. This Legacy, never letting anything go for free, grabs the mid lane turret while everyone was so focused on the inhibitor. The assumption on Team Geometry was that bottom lane, that everyone had backed. A great flash there from Gangplank, avoiding the damage from your score leader. But that is going to be red buff going over to Ung on red team's side. So That's going to be a jungle minion lost. Gangplank in that top lane trying to farm up these minions. There's the Janna shield on the tower. Are they going to be able to save it? The tornado knocking Urskar leader back to the side. The ultimate from Janna. Echo going in, getting some damage, but now turning on to Ung. Can he get out? Ults right back to himself. Make sure he's safe. Clumsy going ahead and dealing. Can he get out of this one? Explodes the barrels, but the Zhonya's from Nidalee going to keep her alive. But Draven's shown up. Shut down for Gangplank. Lee Sin and Ado going to go head to head here in the jungle. Which one of these laners is going to come out in the lead? I do believe it's going to be Ado, the Zenith Blade, going to keep stunning. Oh, there's the ultimate as well. The kick not going to be enough. Kurzel in the top lane, running in, back and forth. Do it with both teams chasing. T.I. Jeff should be able to escape from this one if he can jump to a minion, but there's another Zenith Blade and a stun. Oh my goodness, the damage from Leona is just too much. The speed boost in from Janna on that Talisman of Ascension, not going to be enough to catch up with the jungle running Nidalee. She's got that movement speed boost from those bushes. And in the bottom lane, Fang Suicide picking up the dragon, soloed it, I do believe, by herself. Didn't need the help of anyone on that one. However, Draven looking for her. He's going to find her. There's the stand aside. She tumbles away invisible. Nice condemn into the wall. Renson is going to be CC forever. Flash to the side. He throws a Q. Not going to be enough. Hits Adon instead of Fang Suicide. So incredibly close. What a flash. What a flash! The Zenith Blade going to catch the Janna, even though the tornado did pop them into the air, and she's going to go down. That tornado, you have to let it go longer if you want people to get knocked up in the air for a longer period of time. But she was just trying to slow them down a little bit. But that Zenith Blade able to get Leona out of it and to her for yet another kill. Legacy slowly dragging their advantage up a little bit further by a little bit further. 2 dragons to their name, and they are continuing to press forward. They have 1 open inhibitor in the bottom lane. Your score leader and Evil Doer headed towards the Evil David. Why do I keep saying Evil Doer? Evil David in that mid lane. Ung on the Nidalee, back and forth, trying to figure out which lane she wants to push and where she can get the best angle for those spears. Does that spear? Hey, Lonely Island X Lonely Island. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Joining the JKShoutcasting team. T.I. Jeff on the run now, headed back towards the base. Your score leader, half health there. Nope, grabs a little extra health on the way out of that one. T.I. Jeff clearing minions all the way up. Renson still huge. 14 and 6. Protect your AD carry. He's going to take a spear to the face. That's not a whole lot of damage, though, for a spear to the face. Ung on the run. Is she going to be able to get out when T.I. Jeff pulled right back, but that's might be what they want. There's the speed boost from Janna moving right in the tornado. Not going to land anyone. Diana going down. She tried to jump into the enemy team, but going to instantly taken out. Barrels from Gangplank. Look at him pop them down left and right, following all the way down this mid lane. There's going to be a spear onto T.I. Jeff. Vayne decides not to push the bottom lane. Instead, she needs to be here in the mid lane. However, no opportunity to jump in on anyone just yet. There's a jump in from Nidalee, but immediate knockup by Janna, and she's going to go down. Vayne now initiating, tries to get some damage on the Lee Sin. Gangplank needs to shoot one of these barrels and blow them all up. There he goes. Vang Suicide, solo health. Renson finally goes down. The Janna just enough, and the Echo going to finish off one before being taken out himself. Clumsy, the only one left alive on the run. He uses oranges, but there's going to be the exhaust. Can he get out of this one? Evil David dodges the Zenith Blade from Ato. He's still on the run. The Echo is actually alive. He made it back out of that one. Clumsy, is he going to try to suicide on this one? It looks like he just might. The hook not going to land. The Zenith Blade not going to land either. But Evil David still gets credit for the kill. That's hilarious. I'm so cool. But huge plays there. Still slightly in advantage of Legacy. But that Draven does not go down without getting some kills. Briar, welcome back. Welcome back. We've got another spammer in here. We got to ban this spammer and get him out. We don't like him. No spam allowed on the stream. No spam allowed. You put so much effort, you deserve more follows. I appreciate it, Lonely Island. I put the effort in simply because I love it. It's passion. It's love. It's just enjoyment. So shit's going down. 38-25. Evil David not going to steal away the blue. You've always wondered it. You always wonder if Blitzcrank's going to come by and grab him. But he already had the blue from the the Gangplank, so he didn't really need one. But looks like both teams are doing the right thing, and that is hanging around the Baron. This Baron is the next major thing. Dragon's not going to be up for a little bit, and so we're going to be checking. No, I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about the other spammer. The gun mech kick whatever. That was the spam. Spammy spam. The edible spam. T.I. Jeff now on the run. The stun not going to land on anybody, but preventative measures. So rest of red team moving in here. Team Geometry, they want to defend, but they also want to keep pressing any advantage that they can get, but they have to catch somebody out. there's going to be Echo and Lee Sin on the run off to the side. I like the Banshee's Veil pick on Lee Sin as well. Get those spears down. So, and Simply Enthusiastic as you, crazy for plays for days. Me and him should get together. Dude, you know I'm taking. We can't be a duo. The ward there, great warding here from red team. Vang Suicide trying to get this bottom inhibitor again. The stand aside not going to land. Janna now chasing in. Can she get the tornado? That is going to knock her up, and that's going to be Draven taking a kill. Resonant on the Vang Suicide, but the immediate turn, they realize that's happening in the bottom lane, so now on to Baron they go. There is going to be that ward there, so they can see this happening. Lee Sin just around the corner. He wants in on the steal. Can he steal it? This is going to be it. The Draven goes over. No, nearly takes the steal, and she's going to take a lot of damage for a T.I. Jeff now backing out from this one. No, he's not able to get over the wall, and so he is going to go down. But the rest of red team, can they make them pay? Your Skur leader down to half health. On the run as well. The spears are down. Gangplank trying to get in. There's the speed boost from Jan. Talisman of Ascension. Ado on the run. Gonna Zenith Blade into the enemy team and gets taken out from that one. Draven picking up 1 kill. Are they going to be able to get onto any of these other people? Echo chasing in. He's got the red buff so he can slow. Is he going to go underneath the tower? More than likely not, but no! Nearly turns it around. Lands a spear. Loses Azanias, but that's going to position her in a perfect time for Sand aside from Draven. He needs one more axe. He gets it! Diana leaping in there does so much damage. Are they going to be able to get one? The heal from Draven. He needs one more axe. He gets it! He's turning out an evil doer. He gets knocked in the air, but the hook from Blitzcrank is going to be enough to take him down, and he finally goes down. Blitzcrank actually got the kill on Gangplank as well, so kills over to the support, but that is fine. Rod of Ages on him, so he's looking pretty happy. Rando and Zoma as well to slow down that Draven, but it doesn't matter. 19 kills to, or 19 and 8, 7. This Draven doesn't stop for anything. He's pretty much already finished his build. He's got gold for days. He's still sitting on, oh, he's 600 gold. He just finished his build, I guess. But still, huge plays coming out here. They are down a lot, but they are not ready to give that up. Baron did get completed by Blue Team Legacy, but they did not have many members that kept it. I think Blitzcrank is the only member that stayed alive long enough to actually make use of it. Yeah, everyone else died. Everyone else died. Oh, we missed that. I'm sorry. We're going to jump back 15 seconds and see what happened there. So Vayne moving in onto this Lee Sin, going to get a little bit of damage. Echo decides to go ahead and chase in. He jumps. Nope, he doesn't. He backs off of that one. Vang Suicide comes right back in, positions him underneath the turret, but that's going to be a perfect proc, Silver Bolt's proc for her, and going to be taking out the Echo. However, Echo gets to kill himself, so little assistance there from the tower, but you know what? Assistance never hurt. Dragon is live. This is going to be Ato and Evil David trying to take it out. Can Red Team get there in time? It doesn't look like they will, especially with Nidalee jumping over the wall. That's going to be the third Dragon over to Blue Team. Lee Sin needs to be careful. He's going to jump straight over to Blue buff. There's the spear by Nidalee. Can the jungles get the blue? Oh my gosh, the damage from Draven is so strong, and Lee Sin steals it away with a smite, so he does come in the advantage with the blue buff. Blitzcrank says, I got double buff too, bro, what's up? But the blue team is going to back off of that one. They do not want to engage, especially with a Draven right there. And a Draven as big as this, he has Banshee's Veil as now, or not Banshee's Veil, Guardian's Angel, so even if he goes down, he's coming back to deal more damage afterwards. Kill them, ADC is dead, charge, Lego full damage, and one-shot that Vayne. Team Geometry, use your, all of the caps. Chill on the caps, Briar. Chill on the caps. Nobody likes to read all the caps. T1 Jeff going to throw out a Q, not going to land on anyone. So the rest, red team is just grouped so hard on this, and I love it. That is what they need to do. Need to make sure they play safe. No, I think that was a misplay a little bit on Echo's part there. A little bit of ability he didn't want to necessarily use, but if they can split the enemy team, if Janna can get the right tornado off on a Vayne, and then Draven just two-shot her with axes, that would be the best. Draven does have both axes spinning, and that is what he wants in preparation for a fight. He doesn't want to have to start his axes in the middle of the fight. They are spinning away, but they might go down here in a minute. Lee Sin engaging, jumps in on a Vang Suicide. He's going to flash out of that one. Diana leaping in. She pulled into the middle of the team. There's that ultimate from Gangplank, but immediately followed by the ultimate for Janet, pushing the enemy team away. Ung solo health. Gonna Zanya's clumsy as well on the side, trying to get as much damage. Ado focusing on him, but Draven is still alive, doing damage, finishing off the Vayne. Moving in. Echo jumped on by Ung. Is he going to turn around and do damage? Ung on the run now. Draven chasing in. There's that ultimate, finishes her off. He wants looking for more blood. Janet as well. T-Bone the dog with him. Your score leader, very low health. Ado in the bush, going to be backing off of that one. Diana, is on the run. Evil David looking for the opportunity to grab the Echo. Is he going to get it? Renson doesn't have much mana, and he did give a little bit of vision over to the Nidalee that doesn't exist anymore. The ultimate, the shot is onto Draven, but he's got the doesn't even need to use the Guardian's Angel. Echo picks that one up over the wall. Renson happy to walk away from that one. That was a little bit of an interesting play there by that choice, but the speed boost from that Janna passive definitely they would have eventually caught up with her, so she decided to at least try to knock knock that Guardian's Angel off of the Draven and wasn't fast enough. Echo picking up that kill. So I would say that total advantage came in the hands of red team. The Team Geometry finally coming out once again in the lead on those kills, and those team fights are getting a little bit better. So is this Diana triple? Is this Diana triple? Ado taking a ton of damage. Echo finishes off the tower. Ado on the run. Can't you get out of there, Draven? So much damage. He may have no mana, but he will always have full health. As they finally, red team, after getting that tower back up. Only 4,000 gold behind. They are still in this game. I said that I wasn't going to cast another one if this game lasted for forever, and it is definitely lasting for forever, but I really want to cast another game. I really want to cast another game, so I might do it anyway, even though this game is now going into a 40-minute game. T.I. Jeff headed towards Baron Pay. The Baron's not going to be up for a while, but he wants to make sure he has that vision with the Scuttlebug. The rest of red team collecting towards the mid lane once again. No push from blue team on that inhibitor in the bottom lane. That's probably one of the most weakest points, is they could have had Ado or somebody else head towards that bottom lane, somebody they didn't critically need in a team fight. They kind of do need Ado, I guess, for the Draven, though. They have to be able to stop this Draven from doing as much damage as he is, so I really want to play another game. I did not promise anything. I promised nothing. I promised nothing. I simply said that it was very likely, so you might be finished, but I still got 3 minutes to watch this awesome end of the game. 45 kills, the hook not going to land, Banshee's Veil stopping that. Echo hanging out here in the mid lane as well. Gangplank's probably going to start the chain of barrels. They're going to be moving down the mid lane. Janna off to the side. Draven here as well. He is the main man. Renson is the key. You must protect the AD carry if you want this fight to win. Lee Sin looking for an opportunity. Ung going to get hit by that Q. Is Lee Sin going to go in? He is! He's going to fly all the way in, and he's going to immediately pull, but he kicks people, knocking them up. There's the Gangplank ult we were looking for. The speed boost. Is it going to be enough? Lee Sin half health, still planning on moving in. The blue team, Legacy, on the run. This is the right fight for Geometry. They're not going to move in, but Legacy is underneath their tower. Can they siege this tower long enough? They don't have Baron. They don't have the lead on Dragons, but they do have the Draven, and the Draven might be enough for them. Moving in, have to keep away from Ado. Zenith Blade on the Draven. That's the thing you have to watch for. So much damage on Vang Suicide. The tower is slowly killing off these minions, and that's going to be a decreased opportunity to move in. There's Gangplank starting the barrel chain. Look at him go. Oh my gosh, so many barrels. So many barrels. Ado taking a lot of damage. Remsen, look at those go. However, he does not have the blue buff, and his mana will eventually run out. Your score leader is back. A little bit of damage onto Gangplank. It is going to be a 4-man. There's the barrel pop. A little bit of damage to everyone. Red team split. This is really, really bad for Geometry now. They are on the run. Kezel always get... I don't even know what happened. I guess he got logged out there. T.I. Jeff kicking Ung back. However, that spear might land. It is, and that's going to be Catform leaping in, and T.I. Jeff goes down. That is not what Geometry wanted. They could not capitalize off of that advantage, and now there's a Baron up in 2 seconds and a Dragon in 45, and that is so bad for Geometry. This might be the turnaround that Legacy needed. They had a terrible team fight, but they held out at the tower long enough to be able to get their members who were dead back alive, and now they turned that fight into an advantage. Moving in onto the Baron. The jungler is not up for Geometry. They're not going to be able to steal this away. There's the Draven Axes. I don't believe it can steal. Oh, just before. So close, Draven. This Draven has been making plays all day long, and now the Baron is on all 5 members of blue team. They have the siege power. They can siege the bottom lane all day long. Draven trying to preemptively stop this by pushing it back out, keep them off of that open inhibitor that has been around for a very long time. The damage is just real. Static Shift as well. Dragon moving in. Ado going to go ahead and start tanking that up as Diana moves in. 4,000 gold, not going to be able to steal this away. No one in the red team position able to stop it. That's one of the things that Geometry didn't do very well, was keep wards up. Even though they were able to get some of the team fights down, when backing away, toss your wards down. Get that vision going. You have 2 different sight stones on your team and several trinkets. So as you're leaving, don't just recall on a random bush. Throw a ward down at Baron. Throw a ward on Dragon. Keep that vision. Make sure you see where the enemy team is going, and then go ahead and recall. If you're afraid that you're not going to recall and get back out in time, you're probably not. So don't worry about it. Go ahead and throw that ward down so somebody else who can get there in time can do that. So this is an actual event or random raking match you're casting. It is a custom 5v5 so that you, Lonely Island, can play if you want. If yours, because we all nice guys. We all nice guys. Echo Alpha, thank you for checking us out as well. You're new. I don't think I've seen you. Exo Alpha. I don't think I've seen you before as well, so I appreciate it. Some of you stalker viewers, you're hanging around even though I don't necessarily see it. So pull on to Jana, not paying attention, maybe typing something to the team. That's really bad for Legacy, or for Geometry. And that's going to be Ung taking another one down. Echo going down. Double kill for the Nidalee. 5 members still left. That is going to be Gangplank taking a little bit of damage. Ung leaping in. Clumsy might go down. He heals. There's the Zonius underneath the tower. Ado taking it up. That's the one that Legacy wants. Lee Sin on the run. Are they going to be able to get the Draven down? The exhaust is on him. Guardian's Angel is popped. All 5 members, they want him down, and he isn't able to get that spear off on the appropriate member, and all 5 members are up. This should be game over, but what a huge, huge fight for Team Geometry. They were not going to let this one go. They fought all the way to the end. Ung destroyed a red inhibitor. Now they're moving in. Are they going to get this tower? They're going to try to get some more kills. The Lee Sin has a Guardian's Angel as well. He's trying to do as much damage as possible. The tower goes down. Gangplank is dead. There's a Guardian's Angel popped. Can Lee Sin get out of this one? I don't think he's going to be fast enough. And Blitzcrank picks off the ace as the final Nexus goes down. Well, the only Nexus goes down. And Team Legacy picks off a win after a long, hard-fought game. What an awesome game to watch. What an awesome game to watch. Jake back maybe for 8 months. Rip. For another 8 months down. Another 8 months down. So, huge, huge game there. Thank you all people that played in that game. All people. What crazy plays. Renson, how do you do that? Draven, I don't even on it. In the future, also to be known, your score leader is an excellent Diana, so keep a tab on that Diana. You want to make sure that. However, you can't ban everyone, so sometimes you simply have to try to counter pick against people. Send who you know is really strong against Dianas and stuff like that. But beautiful, beautiful job. Really quick, friends. My damage. Rending WPVP. I guess we could switch over to the grid. See what everyone's damage is. So, we'll do the graph. That's a little bit easier. Damage dealt to champions. Draven, huge. Look at Renson's damage dealt to champions. That's unbelievable. 77,000 damage. That's just crazy. Just crazy. I wanted to see champion kills. There we go. Just crazy. Talk about carrying the team on his back. Damage dealt overall. Ooh. That's Nidalee coming out in the advantage on damage. That's rather impressive. About another 20,000 over the Draven. 20,000 over the Draven. Oh, what a beautiful game. Legacy versus Geometry. Awesome team names as well. Okay, since everyone has begged for one last game, on hands and knees, we'll do one more game, just for you guys. Alright, so the ruling on this is, if you have played in 2 games, you're going to be not allowed to play in this one so we can get some new people in just before the end of the night. However, if you have played in 2 games, jump into spectator mode and we'll see if we can get you a spot in this game. If like nobody shows up for this one.